Today we're going to practice drawing a big leaf. I draw a big line from the top corner down to the bottom. An easy leaf is to draw a big U shape on one side and another big U shape on the other side. I take up as much paper as possible. If you want, you can do some of those veins that come on a leaf. Try following along with your finger. Draw this line down from top to bottom. Draw a top that is round, and then continue to make some round shapes like a snake on one side and big round shapes on the other. That's kind of like an oak leaf. And you can do veins on this one too. The veins do happen to go out on each lobe. And get ready to draw with me on this third one. Put your finger in the top left corner and slash down. And we're gonna do pointy leaf. So instead of round lines, we do big zigzags on one side and big zigzags on the other. This looks a little bit like a maple leaf. And you can do veins on this leaf. So now you know 3 different leaves. The next thing you need is some clean, fresh water for yourself and a big brush. The bigger the brush, the better, and it should also be very soft. You want to dip and get some water on your brush, but scrape it so it's not drippy. Then you want to put that water inside your leaf only. Take your time and keep adding more and more clean, clear water. You might need to look at your paper from different angles to see how it is shining. So fast forward and my whole paper is wet, and look at how it shines like the playground after the rain. There's no puddles to jump in, but you can see the texture of wet paper. Next, you get to try and get a lot of color on your brush. This is going to make tiny little bursts of exploding color. That means get a little brush and do a lot of tickles in the watercolor oval. I tickle for a long time so that the most color I can get collects inside the bristles of the brush. I take my time and fill it with color, and then watch very closely. I touch it to the wet paper, and it bursts with color. It's going to look like tiny fireworks. I'm going to touch my brush in many places to give many bursts of color. I'm not rubbing or dragging my brush, only touching it. When it's time to get more color, I will touch it into the paint again. When it's time for new color, I will bump my brush down in the water, right in the bottom. I bump to clean it, and then I scrape off the extra water. And then I can get a brand new color without making all the colors black or brown. I tickle inside the green for a long time, and then I can try touches. If your paper isn't wet enough anymore, you can use your big brush to drip more drops of water into the places where you would like your explosions. Again, I'm not really rubbing the paper, I'm just touching the white spots inside the leaf that are still there. Instead of mixing the colors, I'm letting the colors bleed into each other. Keep going until there are no more white spots inside your leaf. You will take your cup to the sink with the other cups and dump it out and store it upside down on top of the other cups. You will take your brush to the sink. You will put your art on top of your name, on top of your table folder.